Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now it's the middle of the coldest part of winter here in the UK, and it is fair to say that when the temperature drops, when the mercury goes south in the thermometer, most men will reach for their outerwear, and in most cases that is going to be the big bulky parka, or the nylon puffer jacket, or maybe that technical Gore-Tex shell outer garment that you have, which mystically, allegedly, will draw the perspiration from your body and keep you dry whilst keeping you totally warm. In my experience, that never really works. All of these things, well, while they are very practical, those options are useful if you are indeed journeying to the South Pole on an expedition, or if you're skiing up a mountain in Canada. They're going to keep you warm, that is true, but what they definitely lack is the sophistication that an elegant gentleman likes to bring to his outer apparel, even at the coldest time of year. The overcoat has been a staple of classically well-dressed men for well over a century, and for very good reason. Now I'm going to give you just a few compelling reasons why you should choose an overcoat at the coldest time of year to make a statement with your attire, to show off your sophistication, your credentials of being able to dress well. Here they come. Now, one thing the overcoat is going to give you that none of your parkas and your puffer jackets and your Gore-Tex Pro shells are ever going to provide you is elegance and versatility. Because regardless of how technically capable many of these modern outer garments are, they lack sophistication and a certain elegance. The overcoat provides for its wearer a silhouette which will jog memories within the brain of people who see you, because we all have, I think, an embedded memory of those extremely well-dressed, sartorially sophisticated gentlemen that we have seen in the movies and in real life over many, many years. I mean, just think of James Bond. I can immediately cast my mind back to my favourite James Bond, Roger Moore, in Live and Let Die, wearing his black Chesterfield overcoat with his Royal Navy tie. It just, for me, springs to my mind an intentionally well-dressed man. And of course, we've seen James Bond wearing an overcoat in more recent iterations of the character. And of course, going further back, Cary Grant and all of the other classic well-dressed men of the golden era of Hollywood, they often used the overcoat to demonstrate that these were stylish, elegant men. Now, the overcoat gives you quite a lot of versatility as well as elegance, because unlike the puffer jacket and, the bulky parka, what the overcoat provides for you is the ability to go from daytime sort of formal wear, wearing the overcoat over a suit, over a blazer and slacks, then into the evening you can throw on a sweater underneath with maybe even dark denim. It's an incredibly versatile item of clothing which just always seems to hit the mark. It always looks just right. Now, another reason why I'll always reach for my overcoat when the temperatures plunge is because it provides a very flattering silhouette as well as quite a lot of structure to one's outfit. Because unlike, shall we say, a parka or a puffer jacket, which provides a lot of, one might say, unnecessary but certainly unsightly bulk to one's appearance, the overcoat gives you that classic silhouette that we all think of in our minds. It immediately enhances the appearance of the gentleman wearer. A typical overcoat like the one I'm wearing, well below the knee, halfway down the calf, it exaggerates my sense of height because you get that long, straight appearance. It makes me look taller, gives me a more commanding presence. Of course, the shoulders are bulked out because the garment is cut in such a way that it can easily be worn over a tailored suit. So again, you get an almost comic superhero-like appearance when you're wearing an overcoat. Totally different to the rather unsightly potato-like appearance of a gentleman who's choosing to wear maybe a puffer jacket. So whether it's a single-breasted overcoat like the one I'm wearing or a double-breasted overcoat, the simple, elegant lines provide a minimalist chic for the intentionally well-dressed man, who quite simply lets the overcoat do the talking for him on the coldest of days. Now, the last reason why I will typically reach for my overcoat above and beyond anything else is because it provides superior materials and quite a lot of unbelievable longevity in the way that it's made. Because if you think of an overcoat, they're typically made of superior natural fibres. We're talking about wool, we're talking about cashmere, alpaca, and often it's blends of all those materials which actually provide the best outcome, because your garment is going to give you superior warmth but without all that huge bulk which is typically associated of an insulated garment. And all of those modern materials, they're synthetic, they cause perspiration, they don't allow you to sweat properly, they're not very user-friendly. Whereas the overcoat, with its superior natural fibres, allows the body to release fluids, and sweat is just sort of tapered away in the natural way, as it was always meant to. It's a natural material. So these fibres, they are so much nicer against the skin, they look good, they have great texture, not like the shiny look of a nylon puffer jacket, which really, it's functional, yes it is, but it's stylish, no it's not. Now, the other reason why an overcoat is amazing is because it is almost like a sartorial time traveller, because the garments made of such high quality, they stride through the annals of history through generations. Because when you buy an overcoat, I can guarantee you, if you've invested well, it's something that you can pass on to your children and they can pass on to their children. They go on and on and on. And because they're quite simple, minimalist items, they never go out of fashion. They always look on style. The overcoat I'm wearing now, I picked up off an online retailer, Vinted, second-hand, paid £20 for it. It's a full woolen overcoat, and it's been keeping me warm for the last couple of years for the price of, 3 or 4 pints of beer. And it will last me for the rest of my life, and I will pass it on to my son, and who knows, it'll go on and on into history. That's the difference. A puffer jacket, well, how far do you think that's going to get down the timeline of life? So finally, in an era where casual, utilitarian, synthetic clothing totally dominates the outerwear market, if you choose an overcoat, if you make the investment, it need not be a hefty investment like mine, can only cost a few pounds if you look for it. But when you make that choice, you are signalling to the world that you are somebody who appreciates classical style, who understands the value of good quality materials, and you want that to be reflected in the way that you present yourself to the world. For me, there is no other choice to make when the weather turns cold. I hope you'll agree. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more videos like this, and ask me a question on anything to do with men's style, self-development or personal grooming. Drop it into an email or even drop it into the comment section below. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee, one-off thing, or for a tiny monthly fee, you can become a member of my Patreon community and benefit from the additional videos I make exclusively for my patrons and a personal contact with me if you want that. And you'll find the links to my Patreon community in the description box in the show notes below. So until the next time, choose well with your outerwear. It will say a lot about you as a gentleman. I'll see you again very soon.